Hello, everybody. Jason up, New Age Revolution Cave. Interesting video today as I recover from gift intoxication. I believe that's what it's called. Gift intoxication. We're still trying to tighten up the room so we have some good backdrops. I have stuff all over the floor, as I told you yesterday. So there's not a lot of good views. Right here over my head, we got some blank space that's going to be G.I. Joe vehicles, and it's all good. Don't worry. Don't worry. So as I recover from gift intoxication, gift overdose, somebody sent me a picture on the Instagram, and here it is. You can read it. It says, I can't remember verbatim, but it says, it's Saturday night in 1986, and you have no idea that you're living your best life. And I think when you get pictures like that and little memes or GIFs or whatever they're called on the streets, you look at them, you go, and then you move on. But not I. My brain attaches to things and I overthink it. I think one of the worst pictures I ever saw took me about 3 years to get over was the meme or whatever that said, had a bunch of kids outside and said, there was one day where you played outside with your friends for the last time and you had no idea. That sucked. Whoever made that just ruined several years of my life. So like that, this one stuck with me also. It's a Saturday night in 1986, and in the picture you saw the trinkets and doodads and whatnots of 1986. And I believe the audio has Casey Kasem announcing a top 40 song or whatever. So I present the question to you, have we peaked? Have we already lived our best lives? Now that thing, live your best life, that's kind of a new phrase that the same people who brought you Live, Laugh, Love, I'm sure they created living your best life. So it's kind of a new phrase, but let's forget the stupidity of the phrase and the ridiculousness of live, laugh, love, and let's just let's think about it. Have we already been the happiest we'll ever be? And was that in childhood? Was that in 1986? Was that in 1985, 1984? Now, I know that this is not necessarily the most safe question to ask, because the reality is, unfortunately, a lot of kids, and maybe some who are watching, didn't have a great childhood and were exposed to horrible things. Obviously, those kids are the exception, and we hope that they grew into their best life. But have we already been our happiest? And when I look at that picture and I place myself there, and my overly memory producing brain puts me back in that picture and surrounds me with the Nintendo and the wrestling and the Saturday Night's Main Event and the Howie sleepovers and the appointment television, the must-see TV, sit down with your family and watch TV, the Saturday morning cartoons, the action figures. When my brain puts me back in there and I feel what I felt back then, yes, I've already lived my best life. Is that sad? But it might be true for a lot of us because we can make the argument, well, of course, moron, you grew up and you had bills and you had feelings, and you had losses, and you had, adult stuff. Yes, of course. But did anything that we experienced as adults match the happiness that we had back then? I say no. And that's controversial. I'll explain. I say no. Didn't match it. Not consistently. Because going back in time, again, just look at this picture and put yourself there. Put yourself there and try to feel what you felt. And try to remember the innocent joy that you had back then. Has it been matched since? Okay, because what happened after 1986? What happened after that era of childhood? High school? High school? Did anything that happened in high school match the happiness that we had in 1985? For me, not even worth talking about. Not even worth talking about. Did my late teens match the happiness? There were moments of happiness, adult happiness, but no. What about young adulthood? What about my 20s? Moments of happiness? Not even close. My 30s, moments of happiness, not even close. The birth of my children. Now, let me explain to you. I think you already know if you've watched the children, or if you've watched the channel. The children are it for me. My kids are my everything. They're everything. When I met my children, both individually, when I met them for the first time, I fell in love and experienced a love that has never been matched prior or since. For those of us who have kids, you fall in love and forget your spouse, forget your mom, forget your best friend. The love that you have for your kids, you've never felt it before. My kids are my whole world. So, yes, the happiness of their birth and being with them and living with them and watching them grow, of course that's happy, but it's not innocent, pure happiness. It comes with a lot of hell that you've seen on the channel. It comes with a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, a lot of what if, a lot of annoyance. Sure. So no, it didn't match the happiness of 1985. It did not match the feeling that you got, for me anyway, when prime time wrestling was about to come on a Monday night. It didn't match the Saturday morning at 8 a.m. feeling, waiting for noon so wrestling would come on, and then waiting for 3:30 so that pro bowling would come on. Didn't match it. So I have lived my best life, and I did it as a little boy. Now, think about your own kids. Will they, in this world of electronics, in this world of Fortnite, in this world of teenagers and drugs and sex and kids just advancing and lack of respect and no authority figure, are kids today going to look back 35 years from now and go, man, I was living my best life in 2025. The world was upside down. Everybody hated each other. We had a bunch of isms. I got in a fight when my teacher punched him square in the face while vaping in the bathroom. Are they living their best life? I don't know. I'll have to ask. I'll have to interview my kid in 30 years and ask him, when did his best life happen? When did their best life happen? But I can tell you that I have never been as happy as I was back then. So therefore, I was living my best life back then, if we're going to go with this overused phrase of living your best life. And I think for us, the like-minded, this is proof of that. This is proof of that. I brought back relics of my best life to try to surround myself with evidence of my best life, to try to get close to recreating the feeling of living my best life. Have I matched it? Of course not. We've talked about that feeling that can't be duplicated. You can't sit down. I could do exactly. I could go through the exact motions of Saturday morning, 1985, come down here at 7 o'clock in the morning and watch a run of cartoons until 11 a.m. A, I wouldn't get through it all. B, it would feel nowhere near the same. Because that feeling's gone. That feeling's gone. Your thoughts, and I know that this was not an expected reaction to a simple photo on Instagram, but your thoughts. Look at the picture again. Put yourself in that photo. Have you lived your best life? Put it down below. We'll see you next time. Good night now.